Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So, I am getting that you guys are quite the powerhouse at the moment. So we're going to be taking a look at how are you guys such a powerhouse right now. Hello. 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 So, I was getting there is something here about your protection. Okay, which is making you quite the powerhouse. There are things that protect you that, even the most advanced occultists, they don't understand it. So there's something here like that coming through. There's also something coming through about your actions speaking for you. You don't even got to open your mouth, baby. You ain't even got to open your mouth to get your point across. All right? So let's see what else we got going on. Let's see. What's making the collective a powerhouse right now? Sophie, leave her alone. Yeah, we have Pisces coming through. We have Mercury. Again, see, you don't even have to open your mouth. There is something about that, okay? Your actions are speaking for you. Okay? You don't even got to be telling no motherfuckers anything, right? Layla. And then we have the 11th house, okay? There's an influential vibe coming through is what's making you such a powerhouse. You guys are very influential, especially at this time. There are people, even like children, that are kind of looking up to you at this time. All right, with Pisces energy, it is given your intuition or just your spiritual practices. Okay? A lot of the collective is kind of honing in on something. All right. It's almost like your recharge phase is kind of over. And now you're bursting or busting through something. We have flow. So you flow through challenges. This is what's making you a powerhouse. Your ability to kind of like sit in chaos and observe it. There's something here about you sitting and observing things instead of jumping to conclusions or trying to fix things. There's something here about you not fixing things or trying to fix things. Okay? It's definitely got you in your power. For real, for real. Okay, let's see. Why is the collective such a powerhouse? There is something here about your spoken word, though, too. Even though you may not have to say anything to get your point across, when you do say something, people listen. Okay? It's like, I'm kind of like picturing when a mom yells for her kid and says their whole name, you know they're in trouble, right? That type of energy. When you speak, people look up and listen. Okay? We have allowing, and then we have North Node. There's a lot about here. Okay, so there's a lot going on here about allowing challenges, flowing through challenges, flowing through polarity. You not judging your experience. That's what's making you a big powerhouse right now. You're kind of just, it is what it is type energy. You're allowing some sort of learning curve. So allowing some sort of learning curve, flowing with challenges. This is what's making you a powerhouse. Like nobody, yeah, we have Neptune here and Mars, intuitive action. So definitely the way that you listen to your your intuition and flow with divine action, ain't nobody can tell you how to move or what to do. Okay? Built like a shit brick house. So some of you guys could be built. That's what's making you a powerhouse. Like your physical body is looking pretty, especially if you've been hitting the gym, honey. Your results are showing. Your results are showing. People are noticing. They're definitely noticing. What's the challenge and flow? 10 of Cups. Ooh, this could even be familial challenges. The Tower. Whoop! Flowing through challenges with family. It's interesting because I did bring up that mom, when you yell it or you're just saying somebody's name and it's their full name. Everybody stops what they're doing and looks at you, right? There is some sort of, it's like you're keeping your own happiness, right? By changing how you look at things that are crumbling on around you. I feel like you are not so hyper focused on what's falling apart, but instead focused on what is coming together, what is being built. Okay? And that's a powerful place to be, is to look at where you're going instead of looking at where you've been. It's what's making you a powerhouse, your ability to flow through challenge, especially if these challenges are with people that are close to you, right? What's making you a powerhouse? What's this allowing? Some sort of learning curve? You're allowing yourself to make mistakes because, again, you know where you're going. You're looking at where you're going and not where you've been. I mean, you do look at where you've been to obtain some sort of wisdom, but you're not staying there. The Emperor. You're allowing yourself to learn, make mistakes, and build upon it. Again, you're looking at where you're going, not where you've been. That's what's making you powerful. And you can't be fucked with. Let's just be real. You can't be messed with if you're somebody who allows and flows with challenge and change. And instead of looking back, you're looking forward. It's a powerful place to be. Okay? What's this Neptune energy with action? So this is intuitive action. Oh, it's intuitive action, the High Priestess and the King of Swords. Yeah, here's the King of Wands. So you know what you're doing. There's a sense of strong claircognizance here. So what's making you the ultimate powerhouse is the fact that, like, you have very, very strong knowing. You know where you're going, you know where you need to go, and you know how to get there. You also know that challenges are going to come up along the way. All right? Mistakes are going to happen. Challenges are going to happen. That's life's polarity. But how you handle those challenges, how you allow and learn from, soul school and the learning curve and, making mistakes and trying again and learning from those mistakes. The way you do that is your ultimate power, and this intuitive action, this intuitive knowing. Like, you listen to your intuition, and the more you listen to your intuition and trust your intuition, the more powerful it gets. The more powerful it gets, the more concrete your actions are. This is why I said, listen, your actions speak for you. You ain't got to say nothing to nobody. And that's the influential part. People are watching you, not speak, not say a word, but they're watching you act. And you're getting your point across to a lot of people by not saying anything and taking action, intuitive action. You know what you're doing, you know where you're going, and it's working for you. This is why you speak without speaking. You're also shutting a lot of people up. Let me just tell you that. A lot of people used to be yippity yappity yippity yappity. Not very many people are talking at this moment when it comes to you. There's not very much chitter chatter. Cat got your tongue type energy. Okay? That's what's going on here, and that's what's making you a true powerhouse. Okay? If I could ask a million questions, it would leave me wanting more. So there might be something about you not really... You know what they say? It's better to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. You feel me? I feel like y'all be doing what's best for you. And it might be shocking some people around you. It might be like people are saying, oh, the audacity. The audacity of them. But you're still doing what you're doing. And it's working for you. And that's why you ain't got to open up your mouth. You let your actions do the talking. Because there ain't like nothing that you can say that's going to get your point across better than taking intuitive action on what you need to be doing and letting them watch. Right? You're not going to say you're going to do it. You're just going to do it. And it's got people lockjaw. Okay, lockjaw. Let's see. What's making the collective a powerhouse right now? Being proactive. See? You're proactive. See, I told you. You're making them nervous. So again, with the mouths are shut at this time because of how proactive you are. You're not going to sit there and complain about it. You're going to do something about it, right? When something happens that's quite challenging, you're not going to let it get you down or knock you off, or, it might stall you for a second, but you're not going to sit in that energy. And that's the most important part. You don't sit in this chaotic, now what do I, like confused energy. There's something here about your claircognizance and intuitive action that gets you out of a mistake or a challenge rather quickly. As soon as the problem comes in, you know the solution. You don't sit and wallow in what's crumbling away. Again, you know where you're going. You have your eyes are set on where you want to go with this emperor energy. Building an empire, right? Being a leader, healing even. But you're proactive, like, again, with your intuitive action, you don't sit somewhere for too long. You figure out a plan. You just know the plan, though. Because this intuitive action, you just know the plan. Yeah, trust God over all this time. This is what's making you such a powerhouse, because you trust what you're being told. Where to go, what you're being told. I'm telling you, this group here, your claircognizance, clear knowing is just on point. It's so strong. It is so strong. It's like it's coming from God himself. Okay? And I'm getting chills. So people admire you for this. Again, you have an influential type vibe, and people admire it. People are also admiring your ability to be proactive, to face challenges, because life is challenging, okay? You ain't ever going to go through life with no challenges, no mistakes. Bitch, that's a little too delusional, okay? But you do practice a little bit of delulu, let's be real. Because if you're flowing through these challenges so easily and effortlessly, and you kind of know your intuitive action and where you're going, and you're keeping your eyes set on the prize and not where you've been, that in itself, you need to be a little bit delulu, a little bit of agnosticism, you gotta, it takes a different kind of, like, what is it? A different breed of person to be able to do that. Let's just be real. Most people, when something crumbles or falls apart, especially something that's like really close to them, or, there's a challenge arising. I'm not saying all people, obviously, but most people will sit in that for a bit and ruminate it. And who's right and who's wrong and who did this and who did that. Not you, baby. You kind of flow with the challenge. All right, what can I learn from this? How can I see this differently? What can I do to benefit myself from this situation? Because let me tell you, the thing about you, collective, here, what makes you such a powerhouse is you don't look at your challenges as just challenges. You look at them as an opportunity to grow, and an opportunity to earn more wisdom. Because if there's one thing about you, collective, it's y'all like to be very wise. You don't like to waste a moment, right? Lifelong learners here. This is what's making you a powerhouse. How teachable you are. Okay, again with the intuitive action. Very, very teachable. Sometimes God or Spirit will also lead you in to challenging situations so that you can obtain a certain amount of knowledge or wisdom. You don't look at it as, oh, why are you doing this to me? Oh no, oh God, why you have betrayed me. No, you're not looking at it like that, collective. You looking at it as, okay, why'd you leave me here? What am I supposed to be learning? Okay, I'm going to flow through the challenge. I'm going to get what it is I need to get, and then we going to keep it pushing because I got things to do. Obviously, there's something here I need to be learning. I need to be checking back with. All right? And some of them are just tests. Have you learned what I have taught you? Have you integrated what I have taught you? Okay? Your relationship with Spirit and your intuition is also what's making you a heavy powerhouse. Okay? You don't wait really. Okay, some of you are working on this at the moment. There's something here about waiting for validation of your own intuition. Okay? Some of you guys are gaining strength in that department where you are trusting your intuition and trusting your visions and stuff like this the first time. There's no sitting and pondering. So there is an aspect of an integrated ego here. Okay? Where you need to wait and make sure that you are hearing this right, seeing this right. Is this correct? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing here? There's an aspect of that you're kind of integrating right now. It's making you a heavy powerhouse. What's making the collective flickering lights flashing? Lights, lights, lights. Okay, let me just tell you, because I got a vision. People that are like gossiping, this is why you make them a little nervous, okay? Because people that are gossiping, talking about you, thinking nasty about you, or just plotting and planning and scheming, this is the occultist thing, okay? Listen. What's making you a powerhouse right now is even the most advanced and experienced occultists don't know exactly. Like, it's a very confusing. It's like almost like, oh, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. Usually my intuition, I know exactly where things are coming from and what they're doing. But there's something here about your energy or your protection that if people are being weird, okay, they're being a little bit weird. Things happen like lights flicker, power outages, weird stuff happens. And there's this kind of like eerie knowing that it's attached to you, collective. So, and I don't know if people hang out with you and lights flicker. Like the reason why you're such a powerhouse is because your energy affects the matrix in a way. Okay? You ever walk somewhere and all the street lights kind of go off one by one as you're walking through them? Okay? That type of ish. Or when you enter a bathroom and then all of a sudden the lights just flicker a little bit and then they come back on. Okay? So what's making you a powerhouse also, there's rumors here about your money. Okay? We're going to see what the rumors are, but I'm kind of getting this is where the people are shutting their mouth. And lockjaw. Okay, they're fucking got lockjaw, bitch. All right, because the rumors, there's something here about you not speaking, honey. You let your actions speak for you. And that is such a power play. That is such a power play, collective. Like, damn, that is really be a power play. Is the fact that you ain't even got to open your damn yap to get your point across. And the point, let me tell you, does get across. Oh yeah, sure does. Even with a little bit of weird stuff happening. Like, you ain't even got to open your yap. That's what's making you a powerhouse. The fact that you could speak without speaking. And then not only that, but actually get the point across. Like, people be getting the point. Let's see. Okay, being proactive. What's making you a powerhouse? Even when you don't want to do something, you freaking do it. Let me just tell you, collective. Even though you don't want to get your ass in the gym, bitch, you go to the gym. You don't even care. It's like, nah, gotta be proactive. So, and that's just an example. I know not all of you guys are hitting the gym, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But even yoga or meditation or something like self-care routine, things like this, you don't want to do it today. But you do it. You be proactive, right? So, the Page of Wands in reverse. So, this is a little bit gnarly. Gnarly, bro. Oh, let's see. Page of Wands in reverse, being proactive. Okay, so you're not letting your imagination get to you. Here's the allowing a learning curve, okay? Again, with the making mistakes. You see this little skateboarder? Right side up, he's on the skateboard. Upside down, well, he flew off the skateboard, let's just say. Okay? Do you sit there and tend to the owie? Sure, for maybe a second, okay? But you brush it off and you get back on the horse again and then you master some sort of skateboarding, okay? You allow yourself to fall. You allow yourself to make mistakes. You allow the bumps and the bruises along the way. You get what you need to learn from it and you keep it pushing. This is what's making people nervous, and this is what is shutting their mouths, is the fact that you ain't going to give up just because you fell off the skateboard a few times. Okay? Metaphorically speaking. Leave her alone, please. Or else she gonna attack you and we don't need that. Sophie does not play. Sophie Dope. She ain't want no part of Raina. And you know what? Again, she ain't got to really do much. She's just giving a death stare and there goes the dog. So anyways, again, you're going to allow yourself to kind of fall off the skateboard and you're going to get back on the horse again. The skateboard again. Okay? There's something here about you looking at where you're going. Not looking at the fact that you fell off a few times. All right? Page of Wands in reverse is also giving me an overactive imagination. Okay? You're being proactive about not catastrophizing things. And this is why you are in such a powerhouse energy right now, is you're very on top of your imagination and your mind right now. And your creative abilities. You're allowing wiggle room for yourself. You're allowing yourself some grace, I want to say. Okay? You're making them nervous. So you make people naturally nervous. Like I said, I don't know, people be feeling weird things around you, or just people have their own sense of claircognizance and know not to play with you. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're making them nervous. Okay, so the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Your communication, again, talking without talking. Here's the Hermit. Sophie Dove. She's literally just laying there. We have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands. Now, this Hermit with the Eight of Wands ain't doing no talking. Okay? You're making people nervous. These people that have envied you, evil-eyed you, talked about you, said these rumors about you. Okay? You're not saying a damn thing with the Hermit and the Eight of Wands. That mouth is shut. What are you doing? Acting. Movement. Passionate movement at that. You've moved from the damn skateboard all the way to a motherfucking bike. You've upgraded your wheels. Let's just say that. You've upgraded your wheels. Okay? And it's making people nervous. This is why you're such a powerhouse. You got them shaking in their boots. Oh yeah, they shaking in their boots, because then we have the Three of Wands and the Sun. What did I say? You're not looking back at what's going on over here. This was like this. You ain't looking at this. You're looking at where you're going. Everybody falling off their skateboard because they ain't looking where they're going. They're looking at what you're doing, and then they end up falling and hitting something, you know? You're proactive and you upgraded them motherfucking wheels. You ain't on the skateboard no more. You're on the bike. You feel? You're not looking at what's going on over here. Yeah, go be mad. Go be jealous. And you know what's funny? You ain't even saying that, honey. You're not saying a damn word. You're just moving. You're moving with these upgraded wheels. And it's making people nervous because they're like, oh, you mean those rumors that we've been saying and all this? They didn't even got to say nothing. They didn't say a damn thing. All they did was show up and show out. Oh, shit. Power play. That's a power play. You ask me, that's definitely a power play. That's some fucking bitchin' moves right there, I'll tell you. Ha! You feel me? Listen, trust God over all this time. What are you making? What's making you such a powerhouse? Trust in God. Tower. Six of Wands. Let it fall. And here's the Empress. And then we have the Nine of Swords flowing through challenges. Victorious. Trust in God over all this time. Boom. Let it fall. Let it crumble, honey. Again, this is why you flow so easily through challenges. Ten of Cups and the Tower. Because even though shit is falling down and everything's going crazy and it's a challenge and oh my goodness, my life is falling apart, but guess what? That means a manifestation's coming in, baby. This is what makes you a powerhouse. You sit there and you're like, okay, I guess this is crumbling. But I know I'm going to be happy about it. I know I'm going to be happy about it because underneath, there's a whole world I ain't seeing on top. So what's making you a powerhouse is you trust God that if things need to fall and crumble, on the other side of that is success, baby. That's some success right there. So you go and trust him. You're going to trust what you're being led to do. Stop things, end things, upgrade your wheels. Let's go. You got to get rid of this skateboard if you want to grab onto this. You feel me? You know? Can't ride two bikes with two hands. You feel me? You trust spirit. You trust where you're being led, and you're trusting that what God is calling you to let go of, you're going to be trusting that that's for your best interest. That's that clear. And you know what? The more you do that, the stronger your claircognizance gets. Okay. People are admiring you. Wow. Okay. So we have the moon and they have the ace of wands. So what is, it's making you a powerhouse. The moon is some secret admirers here. Okay. Yes. This almost looks like Wednesday off of, you know, that Netflix show Wednesday? And let me tell you, she don't give a fuck. She don't give a shit. If anything, she kind of tries to like stir up some trouble. You feel me? So there's an aspect here of these admirers, these people that admire you in the dark, in the secret. What's making you a powerhouse is you got a lot of secret admirers, but I feel like you just don't give a fuck. Not like that, but like you ain't focused on that. These are also people that kind of want to stay hidden, stay in the dark. But with the full moon there, they're always revealed. Again, with this weird occultist type vibe. I don't know why I'm getting that, but what's making you a powerhouse right now is even the most strongest occultists get a distorted view about what's really going on in your life. Okay, they never get an accurate pinpoint. And this is why they're so confused about what is it about you and your energy? And they want to kind of decode it or figure it out because it's something that most people haven't seen before. And you're well aware that there's a whole world, there's a lot out there that we haven't seen, touched, known, don't even know what the fuck is going on. Okay? So are there just things to you that are like really brand new? Or they haven't seen it in a very long time. We're talking like 1500s. Some sort of witchy woo-woo stuff. Anyways, I digress. Why do we have the moon? The 9 of swords. Oh, okay, so you're making them nervous. People admire you. But you're also making them nervous because you upgraded some sort of wheels, honey. And I don't know if they're left in the dark or being left in the dark. What's this moon here? The 5 of wands, because they're in competition with you. So these are the admirers that turn into competitors. Okay? 9 of swords, you're making them nervous because you're moving. You're not saying anything, you're just moving. And when you're just moving and you're not saying anything and you're upgrading your wheels, so to speak, and doing all of that, they don't know where you're going because you know what? Loose lips sink ships, motherfucker. And you're not talking. Okay, you're not saying nothing. You're letting your actions speak louder than your words ever could. And boy, are they. Are they? Flickering lights. Let's see what's happening. So you have a lot of secret people that are in competition with you, which is hilarious because I just did a pick a card on my second channel about that. Why do people put you in secret competition? So you guys might want to go check that out if you feel called to. Could give you a little bit of more info. But yeah, let's see. What's this flickering lights? What's going on here? The 8 of Cups. Yeah, see? To walk away. You best walk away. Listen, that's the universe talking to these motherfuckers. I told you. What's making you a powerhouse is, no, you should not be doing that. Your energy speaks for you. That's why I said, you only need to take action and let your energy speak for you. You don't got to open your yap to say nothing. You shouldn't be doing this, and yes, I can see you doing it. The King of Wands and the 8 of Cups. You best get your butt straight out of there. You see this distortion in the river? Yeah, you might want to walk away from that. It ain't got nothing good for you in that river. So you gonna sit there and get confused for a very long time, flickering lights, and then you gonna get your pee-pee slapped. So, for the lack of a better term. I don't know why they made me say, hey, anyways. You best be walking away, okay? This is what making you a powerhouse right now is you talk without talking, honey. Your energy, your soul yaps a lot. And I feel like people be getting the picture. Okay, people get the picture. And if they don't, they walk around with their tail between their legs like, oh, I shouldn't have taken that action. I told ya, you shouldn't. I told ya, don't be doing this. Walk away. What are you doing? What are you do? You ain't going to get nothing. What are you trying to do? Money. What's making you a powerhouse right now? And that's the universe talking with that Page of Swords. That's your energy talking. Money. What's going on with the money? Why are you a powerhouse? Well, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Well, you're very generous. This is your generosity and your... Okay, listen. There's something here about you knowing how energy works. You know how abundance works. You know how the vibe of attracting wealth in all forms. You understand that and the law of attraction. You also understand I wouldn't want to just pinpoint one universal law. There's something here about you guys really knowing how the universe works and the laws of the universe work, right? You're not afraid to spend money. You're not afraid to filter, okay? What goes out comes back. What goes out comes back. What comes in goes out. What comes in goes out. You're not afraid to spend a little money, honey. Okay? You know exactly how the universe works. And if anything, what's making you a powerhouse right now is you're grateful every time it goes out. The more gratitude you're showing for your money going out, yes, thank you for your service. Thank you. I will see you again. That's your motto. That's what's making you a powerhouse, and that's what's making you really wealthy and really rich inside and out. But you're very generous. Your generosity is what's making you the ultimate powerhouse. You don't hoard your knowledge. You don't hoard your wealth. You don't hoard your money, right? That shit's powerful, man. That shit powerful. You could have also changed, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, there's something here about you not giving up. Okay, you're fighting. I'm getting more of you don't exhaust yourself, What's making you a powerhouse too, it's not all about the money here. You feel me? It's all about how you feel, right? This is why that generous spirit of yours, you give, it comes back. You give, it comes back. You understand this principle. Claircognizance too. All right? Some of you guys know you about to be rich or you're supposed to be rich. Okay? You just have that knowing. And that knowing is making you the ultimate powerhouse because guess what, honey? It's a knowing. It's a belief. It's concrete. Our beliefs create our reality. The mind is all as, in hermetic form. So, there's just something here about your claircognizance that is so crazy. Baby, it's insane what you just know, what you know. You write a book, baby, write a book. Let's see, what's these rumors? What's making you a powerhouse? Again, not talking. Here's the Eight of Wands. Let them talk, honey. Nine of Cups. Three of Wands. The Sun. See, the Seven of Swords. They trying to be sneaky and manipulative with the Seven of Swords and the Magician. Well, I know what you... Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. This is what you do. Baby, you give them something to talk about. Y'all want to talk? All right, let's give them something to talk about. The Nine of Cups, the Sun, and the Three of Wands. I know where I'm going. Ultimate wish fulfillment, happiness, elated, right? Y'all want to talk? Let's give them something to talk about. This is why you don't open your freaking mouth. You don't open your yap. You just act with intuitive action. You trust. Trust in spirit. Trust in God. Yeah, okay. You're flowing through challenges. All right, I got to let go of this. I got to let go of that. But don't worry. I know where I'm going. I ain't going to be looking back too long. Just long enough to see him crying. You feel me? That's so funny. Oh, here we go. Rumors. Now, listen. What you got to talk about now, huh? Nothing. Let's give them something to talk about. You're giving people something to talk about. That's all right. Yeah, the Hangman. Now how you see me. Now you see me, now you don't. That type of vibe. Anyway, collective, that was fun. If that resonated with y'all, we have the star card here too. So people are definitely talking about what you be doing, okay? And your upgrades, okay? Upgrade these wheels. Some of you guys could be upgrading your car, getting a new car or something. Anyways, that was your guys' reading. If it resonated with y'all, hit up that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the motherfucking Vibe Tribe. And I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.